Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Rome series. This is episode 4 of season 2 and it is called The Tortoise and the Hare. Last episode. There was so many moving parts last episode, it's actually hard to go through them all in the intro and it not be elongated, so I'll need to shorten this shit just for the sake of everyone else watching. But we saw that gang warfare essentially erupted in the Aventine. Lucius was trying his best to keep a handle on it, but it was slowly turning him toward the dark side. Poor Titus was having to sit and watch his loyal friend turn into essentially an evil guy compared to what he used to be. We saw that assassin slowly work his way into Attia's house and gain trust, and then win the trust of the girl that worked in Attia's kitchens. And Cicero pulled a complete 180 on Mark Antony, promised to give him his backing, fled the city and left a message to be read out in the Senate, essentially calling Mark Antony an idiot, getting the guy who read the message beaten to death, and now Cicero is fleeing to wherever Augustus is. Lucius's widow's sister managed to escape their slave pen and got back to Rome, but of course Lucius had already left at that point to go and fight alongside Mark Antony, who also left the city with an army and just started sacking cities. But she found Titus and told him quickly that Lucius's kids were alive. That is all Titus needed to hear. He jumped on the first horse and I'm assuming is riding out to tell Lucius the good news and hopefully bring him back to the human side of this. And the episode ended with the assassin pouring the poison into the stew, which was being brought to Attia as the screen cut to black. I'm calling it right now, she does not get poisoned. I've been thinking about it this week, like what could happen though? Who could interrupt it? And I can't really think of anything other than some clumsiness or her own flippancy. Maybe the person carrying the stew spills it, or maybe Attia changes her mind when it's brought to her and she's like, I don't want it. Other than that, I cannot think in my head of how she avoids this stew poisoning. But one way or another, she is not getting poisoned. She is too much of an important character to be killing off 4 episodes into season 2. Regardless, there is of course only one way to find out, so let's get into this. This is episode 4 of season 2, The Tortoise and the Hare. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. I was looking recently into what else James Purefoy had been in because I was such a big fan of him as Mark Antony in this, and I didn't realise he played Solomon Kane. Unfortunately, not that good a movie. It was quite interesting, but it just wasn't the best. But then I also read he was the original V for Vendetta, but left the production early into it because he didn't want to wear the mask. I feel like he partially body-bagged his own career making that choice. He should have just done it. V for Vendetta is one of my favourite movies ever, and I would have definitely wanted to know who was behind the mask. Oh, that's an interesting opening. This girl might drop dead before she reaches the table.
Sing something. Don't mumble.
I've got a feeling like blood's gonna start trickling from this poor girl's nose or mouth while she sings. It's a classic club banger, let's not kid ourselves. That is blood at the side of her mouth, isn't it? Okay. I'm not saying okay like I'm happy this girl's dying, by the way. I'm just happy that Attia is going to avoid the poisoning. But she seemed like a really nice girl who was just a kitchen worker. And that poison looks like a rough death. Oh, catch this little shit. I blame the guy chasing him, you know. If he hadn't have been thinking with his dick and let a stranger into that household and let him work his way into their trust, this wouldn't even be an issue right now. Go on, Titus. He has never had so hard in his fucking life. You know what? This is what I was hoping to see. I fucking hate little poison-using assassins, little rats. I would have respected this dude if he'd have just went in there with a broadsword. I don't know why I'm so prejudiced toward poison. Oh shit. He is definitely giving up Servilia's name before the night is through. Nothing she can do to him will be as bad as what Attia can do to him.
He's a bad influence.
I say?
Way to kill their hemp high at her.
If you know it's her, why are you torturing him?
Because it isn't a legal confession unless there's torture.
What a strange old rule. Nowadays that would be seen as forcing a confession.
Who would protect us if I didn't?
I'm...
The stoner isn't ready for this life.
He's out again. Bring him round.
Some of these torture weapons look so brutal, and it's so satisfying to see this.
You want to live, don't you? Tell me then, for your life.
She's definitely gonna kill him after he tells her, but still.
Sevilla.
After you've killed him, dispose of the body discreetly.
Of course he was gonna die. If that little idiot thought for a second she was letting him go, he was gravely mistaken. I'd kill the dude that tried to poison me as well.
It stained my dress.
I was misled, and I failed you miserably.
Yeah, you did. I completely blame this guy for this whole situation.
Next time you want a boy, buy one at the market. Any fool knows not to pick one up from the streets.
Thank you, Domina.
That's nice of him to give him some boy prostitute advice for future reference.
I'm not your friend.
Man's got a right to know the name of his murderer.
Timon.
Is this guy actually trying to talk himself out of a killing? I do not see this happening. He's been able to finesse his way through this world so far, but I cannot see him doing it this time.
Please, I beg you. I'm only 16.
He's a rat. I don't care his age. He was trying his best to worm his way out of it till the very end. Fuck this guy. Justice. Justice. So satisfying he wasn't able to talk his way out of that. Now throw him down the fucking sewer where all the other rats live.
See you later, then, huh?
Why is this guy acting so suspicious now? Surely he knows the line of work they're in. That's a good night's work.
Children, go and play outside.
Stay where you are.
Brother.
I'm their father, not you. You don't tell my children what to do.
I was about to say, his brother needs to shut the fuck up. As soon as he came to this household, he's tried moment by moment to overstep his position. He needs to shut the fuck up and appreciate the fact he's a guest.
I changed my ways.
Thieving, gambling, chasing whores.
Stop it.
It's the truth.
Oh, are you going to start speaking the truth now?
See, and it's like his brother's slowly turning his family against him.
All Rome's wealth is not enough to buy what Hashem has given me.
Again with Hashem.
Is Hashem a god he's worshipping or something? Not sure who that is.
Do you hate your name so much to invite this shame? Think of your family.
I would be throwing this guy out straight away.
I'm not your little brother anymore.
A simple resolution to this is to tell the guy to stay out of his house and his life. If he wants to be in Rome, fine, but don't start trying to manipulate his whole family.
All citizens are requested to make offerings for the success of our heroic soldiers.
This town crier is awesome. I can't remember if I've seen him in anything else, but I will certainly recognise him in the future after this role. Holy shit, we're actually getting to see the bit of a post-battlefield. Did the budget increase in Season 2? Because this is some shit they would have never have shown in Season 1. Horse had been playing dead for 4 hours.
Varinus.
Have a bit more faith than that, Titus. You know he's not one of the dead bodies.
It's fine. We're old friends.
Have they recast Octavian?
Octavian.
They call me Caesar now, but...
Oh man, I fucking don't like it when they recast it. Obviously the actor who played Octavian was pretty young, but I wouldn't have minded seeing him as a young Caesar. They did this halfway through House of the Dragon as well. It's fucking jarring.
If you don't find him here, you do well to comb the Cisalpine hills. Antony and his men have skulked off there.
That's cool that Octavian's still showing him respect, and even the respect to Lucius Varinus, even though he's fighting on the enemy side.
Should anyone challenge your passage, you show them the seal of Caesar.
Yeah, the seal of Caesar stamped in the horse shit.
Is there not something useful you might do?
Victory is not victory
until it has a song.
Guy's right, I've been to enough football games to know.
It was not a personal matter. It was necessary for the good of the Republic.
Of course. Of course.
I already don't like the third guy in this room. He seems like he's going to be a right little snake toward Octavian. I don't know why I get that first impression from him.
Time to give them a speech.
Right. Which speech do you think?
The one about money.
That's cool, he's got some pre-planned speeches, he just needs to pull one out the Rolodex to rally the troops. Personally, I would freestyle it, I would gauge the room. Use some observational stuff, you know, Mark Antony hates sideways mohawks.
What do you say? Is it time to tell the Senate to pay up?
To be fair, it's not a bad strategy reminding the soldiers they're going to get paid. That'll definitely keep poor people fighting hard. What's happening, people? Quick interruption right now to let you know that YouTube are trying to demonetize everything reactors do just now. Many reactors have actually quit over the last year due to strict demonetization options. And if it's not the corporations or the movie companies trying to copyright strike honest reviews of their products, it's the companies who are putting ads at the start and the end of videos that don't want to have their products put on the videos of people who, heaven forbid, might occasionally utter the word fuck. If you're one of these people that doesn't care if someone, heaven forbid, utters the word fuck from time to time and want to continue supporting real reactors being real human beings and not some fake people who don't even talk in the same dialect they use in day-to-day life, sign up to the Patreon and I'll keep bringing you this content exactly how it's meant to be, unfiltered, straight in your face. Back to the show.
The children are alive.
Yes, hopefully that is all Lucius needs to hear to fuck off with Titus. I want to see this rescue mission more than anything.
How many dead? In total?
8,000 men, sir, give or take.
8,000?
Shit, that's like a full legion.
We're heading north. I want to establish a base camp in the mountain before the first snowfall.
Yes, sir.
Mark Antony really didn't have to do this shit. I have no idea why he decided to do this. He could have been basically the second most powerful person in Rome if he'd have just given Octavian his money.
Good news, bad news, huh?
We must find them, sir.
Alright.
That's cool. I had a horrible feeling Mark Antony was going to deny his request there. But what would that have achieved? Because, like he said, a lot of soldiers just fuck off and sneak away at night anyway, so he might as well give him his blessing.
Mark Antony is not defeated. All those that defied him shall pay.
It certainly sounds like the final words of a heavily defeated man, I'm not going to lie.
We should have your portrait done. No time for such vanity.
I don't like the fact Brutus is now back being confident and arrogant. Now he's got legions behind him and Mark Antony's on the run. If it wasn't for Octavian, this guy would have been eating shit the rest of his life.
Light of the goddesses. Oh, holy and blessed lady.
Weighing it up, Servilia is now the #1 character I want to see die before the end of this show. With, you know, Cicero a close second, I guess. Brutus is up there also. I know there's some Brutus fans in the comments, but sorry, I want to see him beheaded.
The mistress and governess of all the elements.
Where's your god now? Oh, this is glorious. What a 180 from the end of last episode, by the way. Atia almost at death's door, and then this whole episode has been her revenge.
A slow and painful death. That's what you promised me. That's what you deserve.
Oh, still talking shit to the end.
You're a sad, lonely little creature.
Now you're just projecting.
As long as you live, you will feel degraded and defiled by this.
People love to talk shit. The first thing I would do is gag Servilia, then commence with the torture. Oh, they're taking it there. Oh yeah, see, this is a bit fucked up. I mean, I'm all for torture, but Jesus Christ. You guys better get used to this noise. It's probably gonna last for months.
Have you had enough?
Oh shit, she has been so fucked up.
Continue.
He looks legitimately exhausted from torturing. She needs to get 2 or 3 of these guys in there so they can alternate shifts. He's freeing her.
I am not a fucking animal!
Well, this guy's chose a strange time to have a moral dilemma after everything he's done. If Servilia has any pull or power left, she's gonna send people round to murder all of them. He's really stupid for doing this. I know it was absolutely horrific, but at the end of the day, Servilia tried to poison Atia. What was she meant to do? Not fuck her up for it? You know Lucius is getting his kids back. This is going to be a glorious rescue mission. It's so good that Titus got to Lucius, man. I didn't want to see Lucius a shell of his former self. I think this is going to bring him back to, you know, Team Titus and Lucius that we loved so much in Season 1.
I only said it to make you angry. That's all. That's the truth. I know.
I thought Lucius already knew that.
If there's any consolation, I gave him a right session before I killed him. Screamed like a stuck pig. Good.
Yeah, see, there's nothing wrong with torturing those that have wronged you.
They'll be different now, the children. I know. I don't think you do, though. You can't.
So is that where Titus was raised, in a slave camp?
You're not thinking of killing him, are you?
Honor demands that he die.
Oh no, for fuck's sake, Lucius, please don't still think like this. You can't kill the boy, for fuck's sake. And this is what I was worried about. I don't care how badly she's been tortured, like when she gets her wits back about her, she's gonna want nothing but Atia's head on a stick. The torturer has basically condemned Atia to death by letting Servilia go.
He'll be here within the month.
With his army? Why with his army?
Politics.
I find in these situations it's always better to have an army at your back. To be fair, there's not many situations when it's not. Like, if you were going grocery shopping, would you not feel gangster having like 10,000 people flanking you while you were at the Apple section?
Your brother means you only the best. If it were otherwise, I would not deliver the message. I'd sooner die than cause you pain.
This guy loves Octavia. He's only met her twice.
Ever since I met you, my soul has burned
So is, my brother eating properly?
This guy's being a little bit too forward.
There's no need to apologise. Any friend of my brother is my brother also.
Well, if he's also your brother, you probably want to fuck him.
He's unharmed. He won. Anthony was defeated.
I wonder how Atia will take this news. Obviously she'll be happy her own son won, but she loved Mark Antony as well.
What of Hircius and Panzer?
Dead. In battle.
Dead. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Oh man, Cicero just keeps on fucking ticking, doesn't he? The annoying Energizer Bunny of Rome.
He has only the interests of the Republic at heart.
I'm sure he believes that. I thought the same.
I can't believe this guy gets away with being so manipulative and no one's just been like, you know what, sword in your fucking neck, Cicero. I don't know how he does it. It's almost applaudable at this point. That horse looked happy. Fuck these slave camps. As much as Rome is so cool, this is absolutely brutal they did this to people.
Listen to me, you little weasel. You'll get
My friend's a thrifty one, but we're all men of commerce.
I never thought I'd see the day where Titus was playing it cool and Lucius was the hot-headed one.
Oh, leave off! He's bloody dead! Uncouple him!
Oh my god. Yeah, why are you beating a dead horse? I hate to refer to a human as a horse, but you know. Also, that phrase is weird. Who beat a horse until it was dead, then continued to beat it after death to the point where someone else had to tell the person to chill the fuck out?
2 soldiers out for some young cunny, yes?
Shut your fucking mouth.
To To be honest, I prefer Lucius's approach to this whole situation. I respect Titus is trying to keep everything cool, but the people they've encountered so far deserve a quick decapitating.
I'd wax this.
Mud from Mutiner. That's why my friend here's in fighting kit. Straight from the battlefield.
I knew they were going to hate on the waxless seal.
What if you're lying to me?
Are you calling me a liar?
That went from good cop to bad cop real quick. That's cool, he's found one of them. Please tell me the other two are okay as well. And don't kill the boy. Hey! Oh man, that's such a feel-good moment. This is the best shit in the whole show. God, this isn't gonna be good, is it? Please, no. Poor girl, man. Would not be mad at Lucius if he killed this guy then and there. Oh, okay, killing that guy is satisfying enough. The happy music's kicked back in. Don't worry, your daughter's a prostitute, the guy's just died. Cue the Rome theme. Oh, what a great ending to the episode. Okay, and that was episode 4, season 2 of Rome, the Tortoise and the Hare, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, episode 4, what did I think of that? Man, in whole, that was a really satisfying episode to watch. A lot of these episodes leave you frustrated or wondering what's going to happen next. For the most part, this has left me completely satisfied as a viewer, which is a great thing. It's great that sometimes episodes do this. Nowadays, fickle people on YouTube would refer to an episode like this as fan service. It's so strange, the weird phrases modern fan bases come up with just to shit on things instead of enjoy them. I welcome the Roman fan service. Thank you for not letting Atia be poisoned. Thank you for torturing the shit out of our would-be assassin, then slinging him in a sewer. Thank you for grabbing Servilia after that and fucking her up too, and shame on you guys for letting Servilia go. All she's ever gonna do, if she regains any semblance of sanity, is gonna be to absolutely destroy Atia in any way possible, so it was a really silly move by her lead henchman. I still don't know the guy's name, it's just like every time I've heard it I've just thought, yeah, it's the henchman's name. I've never stopped and thought I better remember that name. He chose a strange hill to die on there because Servilia has been the number one bane in Atia's life for multiple seasons. Of course, if she can, she will get revenge. She might even start with him, the guy that let her go. Terrible decision by him, and it is not the time where you want to be, realigning your moral compass. Personally, I think cutting off her face would have been a great punishment. We would have got Skeletor Servilia for the remainder of the show. Pretty badass. And yeah, please stop recasting actors halfway through series. It is fucking jarring. I like that kid that was playing Octavian as well. He was doing a good job and he could pull off being a mature guy for his age, and I would have completely bought him in battle gear on a horse still as the kid, a kid Caesar. It's not unheard of. We saw a fucking baby boy king over in Egypt earlier, so there was really no reason to recast him in my eyes, and it is just like jarring when that happens. Again, they did it recently in House of the Dragon, and you get invested not just in a character but the actor portraying that character, and I got invested in like 5 episodes of a certain actor portraying a character in House of the Dragon, and then episode 6 they were like, oh yeah, she looks completely different now, get used to it. And by episode 10, so it took me like 5 episodes, I did get used to it. But I still don't see any reason why they did it. It's a silly move. Stop doing it. And we got the rescue mission of Dreams. Titus caught up to Lucius, who was on the losing side, but at least he was still alive. But all that aside, much respect to Octavian for defeating Mark Antony's forces on the battlefield, which of course led us to the scene where Titus caught up with Lucius, still alive thankfully, told him his kids were alive, and then we got the rescue mission I'd been hoping for. And thank God they were all still alive, and also that Lucius embraced his son. The single most heartwarming moment in 2 seasons so far that this show has had. Absolutely great to see that he's seemingly going to finally accept the boy as his own. And soon after that, obviously, we got the horrific scene of finding out that one of his daughters was being used as a sex slave essentially, but at least the slave master got killed. It's also an interesting method of killing I've seen Titus do several times now. They like putting it down through that little weak spot there, straight into the heart. It's an interesting method that I haven't seen used before. I'll need to try it out the next time I have to murder someone with a gladius. It looks quite effective. But yeah, all in all, that was just a great episode. I'm going to be going through the rest of my day smiling thanks to that. I'd like to thank Rome for giving me a brief departure from drama coming from all sides and just giving me an episode where like it was basically sequentially me going yes, 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 nice. That's a great thing to have from time to time when you're watching a TV show. Not mad at it in a bit. And one last point I'll say is stop saying that whenever good things happen, it's fan service. Or whenever someone miraculously survives, they're wearing plot armour. All these new phrases are dumb as fuck. What do you want to do? Follow the random henchman onto the battlefield who inevitably gets his head cut off because anything other than that would be plot armour. It makes no sense. Of course these shows are going to follow protagonists who, guess what, miraculously don't fucking die when they should. That's what makes their story so interesting. They also love to call it an ex machina whenever someone shows up to save the day. Sometimes people show up and save the fucking day. Stop using all these weird new phrases to shit on great art. Jesus Christ, these fanboys drive me insane sometimes. This isn't even things that are being said about Rome. This is just me getting my frustrations out and how the modern fan bases for things like Game of Thrones and Star Wars act. You lot need to chill the fuck out and just enjoy what you're watching for once. Oh my god, the internet has broken people's brains. Anyway, I hope I provided fan service to you guys today and you didn't regard it as plot armor that I didn't die before the end of this reaction. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and the channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.